And so for that reason, without further ado, in my opinion, the best Canon camera that money can buy is...
I'm just gonna cut in here real fast.
Dave? How did you... What are you doing in my video?
Well, we both just thought that you were making a mistake.
We?
Yeah, Justin's here too.
Hi!
What's good, creative fam? Brandon Washington here, and first of all, if you're new to the channel, thank you so much for checking it out. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button, because if you are into filmmaking, gear, tips, tutorials, all that great stuff, this is the perfect channel for you. But as you guys already know, because you read the thumbnail, you read the title, you already know we're looking at what is the best Canon camera that you can buy. And I know there's a lot of opinions on this, and so before I just jump right out there and tell you what I think the best Canon camera is, I want to tell you guys a couple things that I think are very important when it comes to picking a awesome Canon camera. Now, remind you, this is Canon. I'm throwing out the window all the Sonys, the Panasonics, all that other stuff. This is for people who want to know what the best Canon camera you can buy is. So here are the things that, in my opinion, are the most important. First, image quality. Image quality is what sets a camera apart. Yes, there are lots of other little bells and whistles like Wi-Fi and all these other little things you can add into a camera to make it awesome, but at the heart of every camera, you should be focusing on its image quality. The second thing is battery life. You can't go out and shoot if you don't have any good battery. If your battery is always dying, there's no point in having your camera. So to me, having great image quality and having battery life is very important. The next thing that is super important is image and video capability. So having a camera that is amazing at doing two different things, being able to take amazing photos and also being able to take amazing video. For me, these three things are the highlight of any camera that I am looking for because of the style of shooting that I do. And so for that reason, without further ado, in my opinion, the best Canon camera that money can buy is the 1DX Mark II.
I'm just gonna cut in here real fast.
Dave? How did you... What are you doing in my video?
Well, I heard you say that the 1DX2 is the best Canon camera. That's wrong.
No. Wait. Back up. How did you get in my video?
I'm a magician, remember? Come on, this trick isn't even hard.
All right. Well, how about you just go on back to Kinotika and people can find you there?
Well, we both just thought that you were making a mistake about the 1DX2.
We?
Yeah, Justin's here too.
Hi!
Has he been here this whole time?
Yup. Well, we all said we want to do a collaboration, so...
Look, Dave, I get y'all wanna give your 2 cents. So, if I give you each 45 seconds, will you give me back my video, please?
That sounds fair.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so Brandon's only giving me 45 seconds. Here we go. The 1DC, in my opinion, is the best Canon camera. The 1DX Mark II is very similar to the 1DC in a lot of ways. You have that 4K motion JPEG codec with that same 1.3x crop. You get 1080 up to 60 frames per second, not 120 unfortunately. But my favorite thing about it is the fact that you have this Super 35 mode, which is great. It's sharp. In fact, the Super 35 mode on the 1DC is sharper and cleaner than the 1080p on Brandon's 1DX2. Not to mention, it also can record without stopping. There's no 30-minute time limit. And to top it off, you get Canon Log, the coveted picture profile that everybody wishes they had.
Okay, interesting points, Dave, but I'm gonna disagree. I say the best Canon camera is the EOS M50. Think about the value proposition. The best 1080p footage I think that we've seen from Canon to date. It's got 4K, which, yeah, the focusing doesn't work great, and it is cropped, but look at me right now. Look at how good I look. Plus, that 4K turns into internal 4K time lapses, which is awesome. You've got flip-out screen. You've got nearly full-frame dual-pixel AF. You've got a microphone input jack. You've got digital image stabilization, all in this tiny, teeny little body that you can still adapt some wild and amazing lenses like the Sigma 18 to 35 millimeter and get cinematic, beautiful footage. So I just don't know how you can go wrong with that camera.
And time. All right, well, thanks guys for completely hijacking my video. I truly appreciate it. But hey Dave, how about you just go ahead and just turn my video on, turn it back over to me. I appreciate that.
Okay, see you later.
Okay, bye.
Well, that was different. I mean, I guess they each had good points to their perspective cameras, I guess. I don't know. Personally, I still believe that the Canon 1DX Mark II is the best camera that you can buy for Canon. Now, obviously, each of those guys have their own opinions, and so if you want to, definitely go check out each of their channels. I'll have links to them down below and everywhere else, so that way you guys can go check out their channels and really get more detail, I guess, from them as far as why they think their camera is the best Canon camera you can buy. But I personally think I'm still gonna stick with the 1DX Mark II, and it really kind of boils down to one point. I know I mentioned my points at the beginning, but when it comes to buying a camera, I personally believe that you shouldn't let like the cost or the value of that camera really dictate if it is a good camera or not. Like, I hear a lot of people say like the 1DX Mark II is an awesome camera, but it's way too expensive, so I would rather go with X, Y, and Z. And the problem I have with that argument is you're limiting yourself based on a dollar amount. Now, obviously, depending on how you're going to be using this camera, it's completely up to you. But for example, I use my camera as a professional tool. I use it to make money. I shoot commercials, I shoot, professional photography. I do all these things with my camera. So for me, it's more of an investment into my future and overall into my images. And I would never want to limit myself on what is capable. I know a lot of people like to say that gear doesn't matter, and there is some truth to that. However, gear definitely does matter when you start to grow in your craft. I mean, there's just frankly certain things that some cameras can't do. For example, if you want to be able to shoot 4K 60 frames per second full frame on a DSLR, well, the 1DX Mark II is pretty much your only option. Also, if you want to be able to shoot 120 frames, you just can't really do that with something like the M50. I mean, it does it at 720, but it definitely doesn't look the same as in 1080. So all that being said, I still think that the best camera is the Canon 1DX Mark II in the Canon lineup. Now, obviously, everyone's going to have their own opinions to this. Definitely leave those in the comments down below. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up because this one was way different than I expected, and I'm not really even sure what to do with this video. So definitely go check out these guys. Also, check out the videos that they posted. I really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel again and you still haven't subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.